a mustache like Kenneth Branagh in this movie has, but I was planning on growing out a beard and a mustache anyway, but then date night happened. I had to look my best. It's TVB. I am nowhere near as I'm not a detective at all, but here I am reviewing the new whodunit film, Murder on the Orient Express, which is a remake of a 1974 film of the same name that was based off a book of the same name, and now it's being directed and starring Kenneth Branagh. He plays this Hercule Poirot. He's a really famous Belgian detective, and he climbs aboard the Orient Express, and with Penelope Cruz and Josh Gad and Judi Dench and Johnny Depp and a few other cool people, as all of a sudden a murder happens on the train, and now it's up to him to find out who did it in this whole whodunit movie. Okay, when you have a really cool cast like this, I couldn't help but get excited for it. And I always liked murder mysteries because this is the kind of genre, like you look at different genres, like action movies. Yeah, it's easy to pull off action movies. Like no movie's easy to pull off, but like when you're looking at different genres, action movies are the easiest to pull off because you can just amuse the person with fight scenes and explosions and cool stuff like that. Horror movies you can also are easy to pull off because for the most part they're pretty cheap to make, and also you can just throw in scary noises and jump scares and even though those are both cliche ways you can make those films, you can still do that without it being totally stupid. There's unoriginal action and horror movies out there that are relying on cliches but are still good, right? And comedies, you can also comedy is a bit difficult because you have humor is very personal, and I guess everyone just has their own way of laughing at stuff. But murder mysteries and mystery films and thrillers like this, these are hard to pull off because this is where writing, the skill of a screenwriter really has to shine through with a genre, with making a movie like this. And yeah, it's a remake. Yeah, it's a book. It was based off a book. Then this is a remake of a movie based off a book. But still, you gotta pull it off. Well, you really gotta think, and you gotta surprise the audience. You have to if there's poor writing in movies like this stands out like a sore thumb. And therefore, this film, there was no bit of poor writing that stood out to me. I wasn't generally bothered by anything, which is definitely a plus. I was really happy with that. And also, Kenneth Branagh, as Hercule Poirot, yeah, he carries the movie. His facial hair is glorious, and he has his character is so investing, and you want him to succeed. You want him to find out who the murderer is, and his performance, again, both his direction and his performance, Kenneth Branagh really did well with this film. This film looks great for the cinematography, and the sound's great too, the sound effects and the score, and it looks great. It's well lit. I feel like this doesn't really need super good technical work, but it's still a plus if it does. And the performances throughout this movie were all very well done. However, Kenneth Branagh, yeah, his character carries the movie. The other characters, again, performances are not bad, but the other characters they weren't really that invested. I can barely recall any of their names. I think that's a problem that a lot of people are going to have with this film, because this film, it's definitely not an original film. Again, murder mystery, and it's a remake based off a book. But I'm pretty sure I haven't seen the original and I haven't read the book, so yeah, there were definitely plenty of surprises throughout this film, and I was engaged. I was watching it. I was hooked on the murder and a mystery. But I'm pretty sure it's not going to be a surprise to a lot of people. But since I haven't seen the book or the original, I can make my own assumptions regarding this film, and I can say, yeah, I was surprised and I was entertained. So yeah, Murder on Orient Express, it's, again, nothing new, remake based off a book, and it's, not the most original film, but, again, Kenneth Branagh, really carries this film both in the direction and the performance, and the performances are good, and it looks great. So for that reason, I'm going to give Murder on Orient Express a 7 out of 10 stars. It is a likable film. Oh my goodness. Thanksgiving is in less than 2 weeks. This year is flying by way too fast. All right. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed, please subscribe.